My screen.
Yep.
I'm ready to share.
Well, no, Patrick's gonna do an intro, like a welcome first, and then he'll say, "Okay, let's get started" or whatever, and
Oh,
then
I
I'm
can
ready to
see our
share.
faces on this
Yeah,
YouTube right now. I don't know if you guys
streaming live.
can't see this.
did you click go? Did you click
Oh,
go
look,
live?
I'll move my camera. I'm at home. Where's Juan
The
laughing?
Dodger game is happening. Hold on.
I know. I've been
Oh my
watching.
God.
I've already scored.
I didn't realize I just saw myself.
So, okay, it is
Pat-
working. There's
Patrick, can you make
5 people in the waiting room.
Wait, hold on. I want to blur my background, and I don't remember how to do it.
Go to video.
I'm so glad we all didn't coordinate field uniforms. Thank you.
Blur my background.
I told Laura she should have said no complaints, no excuses on the
Nah,
uniform.
we're the business of scouting on this meeting.
Can you make me co-host again, please, so I can mute people?
Rude. He's just rude.
That's
You're gonna
my
be able
job.
to see. So Blake's gonna watch the. Keep an eye on.
You need to change
Oh,
your
chat.
name, please.
Yeah, I will.
You're
No,
already co-host.
no, it doesn't say I'm co-host.
I can't tell who's you. Now you are. There's too many WLACCs in there.
Mine
Who's the
still
other
says
one?
WLACC.
Oh, you need to switch your name, Laura White.
How do I change my name?
The
It
three
asked you at
little
the
dots.
beginning.
The 3 little dots. So a couple things. Somehow we need to stay on point. I see names of there and scout leaders. This is not a general information session from the staff.
It says
Uh,
I can't because I started it.
I can rename you.
Hold on here.
I just did it.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to limit that. Blake, Laura, I disagree. Let's only record the presentation part, but let's try to get someone to jot down the questions so we can put that in the thing. Because I
Okay.
feel like people are gonna divert with questions and then it's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna ask people to mute their microphones and hold all questions to the end.
Why don't we make them type the questions on the
Yeah,
chat
they can type their questions in the chat.
and we just read from the chat. That way we're not
There
asking.
we go.
Yeah.
Who's gonna read from the chat?
Blake.
Mute mic, questions in chat.
And on YouTube as well, they can write questions. My son just got here. I'm gonna say hello since I'll be right back.
Who's watching YouTube? Is that me?
Blake. Blake's watching both.
Blake, you can watch that?
I believe so. I just need the link.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna mute you, Laura.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. Well, we gotta run here. We got 2 minutes. We should start letting people in. Everyone know their role. Juan, you're running the slides, correct?
Yeah, I'm ready to share when you tell me.
All right. I will tell Juan to go with the slides. Laura, if she can hear us, just tell Juan when to go with the next slide. Brenna, the same action. Juan, go to the next slide, please.
Yeah, or just next slide and I'll click the button.
Okay, and then I'm gonna kick it off at the beginning. And then Blake, you're the moderator of the questions. I will not wrap up at the end. You wrap it up, Blake, at the end. With that, and
Do you want me to start sharing now?
yes, and start letting people in.
You want me to let them all in?
Let them all in. Hello, everyone. This is where I usually have my Scout Life magazine. Who's got a good joke? I'm good with these.
I got a good joke that I heard at a PAC meeting last night.
Yeah, go for it.
What do you call a
Not
cow with
coming through
with
on
a
the
twitch?
headphones, Michael.
What do you call a cow with a twitch?
What's that?
Beef jerky.
Ah.
I don't know. I thought that was really funny.
Cute.
So my favorite jokes come from the Scout Life magazine. And I actually don't have one in reach. It's in my other room in my living room, but those are where I get my favorite jokes. And it's 6 o'clock. My name is Patrick Gamble. I'm the Director of Field Service for the Western Los Angeles County Council. And I'm so excited that you're joining us tonight. I see that we are creeping up in numbers. Let's give it just a minute more, because I see that there's still people in the waiting room, and then we'll get started. Go Dodgers.
They're up right now.
We're excited. Everyone's excited. I'm a new Dodgers fan. I just moved here from Arizona. Well, moved here 6 months ago to this week. So
You're almost a California resident.
I know it. Monday or Friday is my 6 month in this role, so I'm excited to be here. I like having a winning team. Wow, lots of people. Well, thank you so much for who's coming in. I keep hearing dinging, so it's a good sign. We keep getting lots of folks joining us tonight. And Thomas, to answer your question, yes, we're going to be recording this. And we'll post this, your district executive will post this lots and everywhere. Blake's doing a steady job letting people in as we see our numbers keep creeping up. I think we're about there, right, Blake? All right. Again, my name is Patrick Gamble. I'm the Director of Field Service for the Western Los Angeles County Council. And I'm here tonight to present to you some new information from all of us, right? So we're all new in this. This is our very first year as professionals going through this not recharter. It's called renewal process. And so I got a couple updates from the council and membership just to get us excited, and then go right into where we need with the business of tonight. But first, I'm excited to tell you that we are only 40 scouts away from reaching our October growth goal. And so that is super exciting. We know that every one of you have been out doing a lot of recruitment. I know my staff was busy every weekend and many weekends and nights. And we are so proud to welcome new scouts. We are working on that Pinewood Derby incentive. Remember, you've only got 2 more days to show growth to get your free Pinewood Derby cars. So 15% growth, 2 more days, and we'll give you some free Pinewood Derby cars by the council.
Everybody?
And so, the last thing here is I'm excited that we're in more schools than we were last year presenting to students. And so we're excited to do that. I've been to quite a few school talks already. And if you know of schools that want to welcome us into talking about scouting and my crazy enthusiasm and love for getting kids into scouting, let us know. We'd love to have you help us. So, and you know, the big reason is that the kids need us. They need us now more than ever, and they're having a great time with great experiences like Emerald Bay. And boy, I heard lots of great things about the latest Cup over there at Bill Hart, and just all the great things that we do. And so our kids need us. At this point, I'm going to get into the presentation part. We're going to mute all of the microphones, and then we're asking you to put your questions in the chat so that we can keep a Q&A together of all the questions that we get, and we're going to post those along with our video. So please put your questions in the chat. Your mics will be on mute. And if you have anyone that needs to be on another platform, we are available on YouTube, and I'm going to post that in the chat one more time. We are posting to YouTube right now at the same time. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Blake to hit record and warn you all. And then we'll turn it over to Brenna Wilson's going to kick us off tonight with our membership renewal webinar with individual member renewal.
Okay, one sec. I'm so sorry. As soon as you said my name, my dogs went crazy. I'm gonna shut this door really quick and then I'll start. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I have 5 dogs and I just called someone up. I texted one of my kids to bring the dogs upstairs, and as soon as you said my name, they started going crazy. Okay, so membership renewal. This is the individual part. So next slide. Okay, so as you all know, we changed the way we were doing from recharter to renewal. So as of August, this last August in 2023, everyone who's registered after that, we're no longer doing the prorating and all the things we used to do before. So this is the new system. So parents and leaders can renew their registration online 2 months before the membership expires. Next slide. So we're going to walk through it completely. So you go to your My Scouting account. Up at the top, there's a little bell icon, like a notification icon. When you click on that, it'll start showing you that you've got a notification saying that your registrations are due. So you'll get a notice, just like the slide says, 60 days out, 30 days out, 15 days out. But these are before the expiration happens, and then you'll have a week after the expiration. Next slide. Okay, so here's that renewal bell that I was telling you about, the little icon. So just like any other website, you have that bell, you click on it and it tells you have a notification to get that renewal started. So next slide. So once you click on that, it'll open it up to where it'll show you your troop or your unit pack. And then you make sure everything is correct, your dates are right, and your name and stuff is correct. Then you'll click go to payment. Next slide. This is the word I'm looking for. The terms and conditions that we always, it's on your application when you first sign up. So it's just renewing those conditions, just like you did when you joined, and then you'll hit checkout summary, bottom. Next slide. You're going to review all your fees, make sure that, you adjust for Scouts Life because the default is to include it. So if you're not interested in the magazine, you need to make sure you uncheck that. And then you'll enter your credit card info. Next slide. And then place order to complete the payment. And then it'll show you the receipt. So the next slide has the receipt. There's completing the payment. So you place order, complete payment, and then view the receipt to complete the registration. Next slide. Oops. And I think we're on to the next person.
Definitely. Thank you, Brenna. Great job with that. And so what we'll do now.
Yeah, it's super easy to do. It's just follow the steps. And you guys all have a on the Zoom email that went out to everyone, the link, it had the an attachment that has this all. You can print it out and have it with you while you're doing it.
Okay, so and then Adriana also created another version in Spanish to help us with that too. So we appreciate her help on that. And so right now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to Laura White, who's going to talk about the unit renewal guide.
Hi, everybody. I'm really glad that so many people took the time out of their night and their Dodger game to come and talk a little bit with us about this. So what I'm going to go through is unit renewal. So we've got a couple of tips and tricks that we're going to talk about, and then just the step-by-step. Again, in an email that was sent out, we sent out the renewal guides for both units and for individual, and we're going to send those out again with the Spanish versions as well. So you'll have it on more than one email so you can reference back to it. So let's get started. So the unit renewal is found in Organization Manager on My.Scouting. It's only available to the unit key 3 members, not the delegates. Next slide. Here are some tips. Remember, the process renews the unit, not the members. Like Brenna just talked about, members are going to be renewed individually, not by the unit. The renewal process will begin 2 months before the unit's expiration date. Following that expiration date, the unit will have a 2-month grace period. But we all know we don't want to use that grace period. We want to get it all done and taken care of right ahead of time. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to make sure we pre-check all of the requirements ahead of time to avoid any validation issues, any error messages, anything that could possibly come up. Next slide, please, Juan. So here's some validation codes with errors and warnings that you could potentially get when you go to do your unit renewal. In red, it would be missing leadership positions, expired YPT, any leaders under 18 years old. Warnings would be in yellow, and those would be incomplete CBC authorizations, youth age or grade mismatches, and missing social security numbers for adults. Next slide, please. Actually, can you go back one real quick? And with that, really fast, the leadership positions and the YPT training, I have